Hi, everyone. Hello over there. Hello. We are here again on another episode of the Question Live Show with your host, moi. Yes, me, Verona Willis-Brown. That is moi. So I want to say welcome to another episode. Yes, we are here. We are diving in some topic because it is summer. It is heating up. It is hot outside. It is my season. I don't know if it's your season, but it is my season. And because it is my season, I like to come on in here and say hello, summertime. Welcome July. Welcome July. We are about to go in some heat. Well, actually, it was like about 100 degrees today. The last time I checked it, I think it was 95 degrees outside with sun. So if it's 95 degrees with hot sun, that means about 100 degrees outside. So if you are experiencing that, I hope you are being hydrated. Drink up your water. Yes, drink up your water. So yes, with that said, we are going to go into some waiting stuff. Who likes to wait? So many people don't like to wait, but we are going to talk about it. We are going to talk about the waiting list because, there's a list going on. So we are going to go into this session. We're going to talk about going into that waiting list. Look at the waiting list, maybe checking off some stuff, maybe cross off some stuff. Whatever it is that we got to do, we're going to have to do something with that waiting list, honey. Yes. Why? Because your destiny is waiting on you. So we're going to see how we are going on in with that waiting list. So good. So it is so great to be here again. It is Thursday for me. It might be Friday for you. Whatever the case is, just welcome. Now, my goodness. Now, if this is your first time tuning in, first time seeing me, first time hearing me, first time hearing about the Question Live Show, simple mean I want to know. If it is your first time, put in your name in the comment section and let us welcome you here. I like to give special welcome to first timers. Yes, I do. I like to give special welcome to you. So if this is your first time tuning in, come on in the room and let us welcome you here. This is one big family, so come on in. Now, if you are returning, of course, you get welcome as well. You come on in. You get welcome, because without you, there's no me. Without me, there's no you. So we like to show up together. Absolutely, we like to show up together. Because when we show up together, it is a form of support. Yeah. Did you not know that? Oh, well, you know now. Now, first timers, let me tell you, we do have some rules here. Don't you worry about no rules, whether you're going to, don't let it shake your heart or mess up your mind. Rules are everywhere. We just have little baby rules here. They're called house rules. So we have little baby rules here, okay? So, what are the rules? Don't you ask. They're very simple. Very, very simple rules. And don't you worry, because rules are everywhere. Whether you come to my house, whether you go to church, whether I come to your house, or whether you go to school, church, mass, temple, just around the world, there are rules. So we just got to go by these rules, but some rules were made to be broken. Right? So let us talk about the rules. We got like 1, 2, 3, 3.5, 4, sometimes 5 rules. 5 simple rules. Don't you worry about them. Yes. What are they? The first one is if you are watching me or you are listening to me, yes, and I spotlight your name on the screen, or I call your name, acknowledging that you're in the audience, simply mean you are in the live audience. Absolutely. Yes. And if you are in the live audience, I ask you just to look right there. Yep, 1, 2, 3, right there in that section. You are going to see the word that says share. Please click that share button and share the live. Absolutely. Now, when you share the live, it is like sharing fresh food that just came out of the oven or off the stove, the one that your mama cooked, the one that becomes your favorite meal. Yeah. And we would like to share our favorite meal. Some people want to be stingy with their favorite meal, but it is good to share your favorite meal because the food is good. Now, if you are watching this and you don't see me spotlight your name or call you in the audience, most likely you are watching the replay. Now, if you are watching the replay, hashtag replay right there in the comment section and put what is it that you learned. Might be a thing or two. We come to learn because we are all students and teachers. So put in the comment section, what is it that you learned? And of course, when you finish, go right there. 1, 2, 3, over right there. If you are on YouTube, if you're on Facebook, go right there. You will see the share button. Click it. And share and invite someone else to come on in and dine with you. Absolutely. Now, yeah, sharing the live, sharing the replay. It's like sharing fresh leftover food. You see, when you share leftover food, it's because the food is good. So when something is good, you want to share it. Absolutely. Now, they might say sharing is caring, but no, that sounds too cliche. We're not going to use that. Sharing is a part of our DNA. And caring is a part of our DNA as well. So we want to mix them together and we want to utilize them. So yes, sharing is a part of it. So we want to share just as well. So I encourage you just to click the share button, share, and invite someone else to come on in and dine with you. Now, the next rule is very simple. Grab yourself something to write with, whether it is a pen, a pencil, a marker, a crayon, maybe it is a piece of feather. Now, if you got a piece of feather, you might get some paint to dip it in. Yes, you might want to get something to dip it in so you can scrabble away. And when you do just that, you want to get yourself a notebook or a piece of paper. Absolutely. And when you do that, it is, if you don't have that, grab yourself your devices. Grab your devices, your electronic devices, got a blank page in there. And if there's a blank page, it's called a notepad section. So yes, you want to get on in there. You want to write something up in there. Now you might be saying, Verona, what is it that you're asking us to write? Well, if you don't have a blank page, listen, text. I know you out there texting. Text back to yourself. So you asking, what is it I'm telling you to write? I'm going to text back to yourself. Of course, let me answer you because, of course, the show is called The Question. So let me answer you. What I am telling you to text back is, here on the Question Live Show, we drop juicy contents and golden nuggets, and I encourage you to write them down. Absolutely. Because when you write things down, you're extracting the very thoughts out of your head and you're putting them on paper so they become reality. Absolutely. Yes. And then another reason why I encourage you to write things down. Writing is essential, okay? Now, if you write one word, that one word turns into a sentence turns into a paragraph turns into another paragraph, and then it goes to a page and a page. And as a result of having more than one pages, you have a book. Why? Because you see, a book is inside of us. 1, 2, 3, a lot of books inside of us because books are our story. When we write, we are writing our story. So yes, your story is different from my story, and my story is different from your story. So I encourage you to write things down. Absolutely. Things, when you write things down, they become reality, right? So you want to look at it? Yes, you see it. Good. So now with that said, let's jump to the next one. The next one is very simple. Grab yourself something to drink, whether it is water, wine, tea, or juice, soda, smoothie, porridge, maybe some broth. Whatever is it that you drink, it is up to you. Whatever is it that you drink. I just ask you to put it in the comment section. Let me know what is it that you're drinking. Not because I want to be nosy. Absolutely not. No, no, no. That's none of my business. All I'm telling you is when you put that you're drinking something, I will raise my glass to you because it is a form of celebrating you. So we celebrate each other. So whether you want to lift your spoon, your cup, your glass up to your head, listen, it is a form of saying elevation as we celebrate each other. So yes, we do celebrate each other here, okay? Now, I normally drink water, and tonight, let me tell you, I got my water because it's like 90 degrees outside, so I think I need my water tonight. Yes, I normally have my water for a couple of reasons. One, I believe in drinking water because water quenches the thirst and it hydrates the body, flushes toxin out of your system. And the other reason is because I am a believer and I believe in miracle. And Jesus is the best miracle worker out there because he turned water into wine. Maybe that's why I got a red straw. You never know. I like red wine. So yes, just to let you know, my birthday is coming up just in case. Hint, hint, hint. Yeah. So I like to drink my water. So yes, so tonight I do have my water tonight. I have my coconut water with my piece of pineapple inside of it. Yes, I do. Now, listen. If you are out there and you have something celebrating, an event, a festivity, maybe some graduation ceremony, maybe some achievement, something, maybe you got proposed to, maybe you're getting married, maybe you got a baby, maybe your children graduated from school, maybe you graduated from somewhere, maybe you achieved something more than yesterday for yourself. Whatever is it, put it in the comment section. So what happened? We could celebrate each other. It's all about celebrating each other. Let me tell you, if you didn't know, celebrating each other is a form of support. It is a form of support. So we want to celebrate each other. So come on in. Let us celebrate each other. Sip, sip, sip. Another reason why I asked you to put something that you're drinking, because I am back here. I am doing all the talking, and I just ask you nicely, please drink on my behalf, because again, that is a form of supporting me as I show up. I show up not only for you, but I show up for us. Good. Now the next rule is, if you need to use the bathroom, whether it is to the right, to the left, wherever your bathroom is located, go now, and then you're going to come right back. And when you come right back, you're going to grab your seat right here on the Question Live show. Because why? It is reserved for you. Absolutely. Just like the seat of life, your name is on the seat of life, your name. Absolutely. So it is reserved for you. Why? Because you got your intention, your expectation, your goals, your gifts, your talent, your destiny, your purpose is there. And inside of all of that is greatness, because greatness is inside of us. And what is there? Greatness is there with you. Now, if you decide to hand over your seat, that's like handing over your birthright. And we're not in the business of handing over our birthright. We're in the business of reaching our purpose and destiny, fulfilled destiny, okay? Now, ladies, I know that everywhere we go, there's always a line to the bathroom. That's none of my business, but I'm just saying that if there's a line in your bathroom at your house, we need to find out why. Okay, so we work on that. The next little baby rule is, if I say something and it resonates with you, whether it hit your heart or your mind, wherever it hit, listen, put in the comment section, yes. Just jot in yes right in there. And then we could take it from there. And we are going to go right along into tonight's episode, right? So guess what? For those who went to the bathroom, I just want to say, while they're in the bathroom, I want to go into the audience and welcome a few people in the audience while they take a long time in the bathroom. Well, that's not really my business why they're in there that long, but okay, that is not my business. Let's just mind our own business right here. Good. So let us go into the audience, and I see Cheryl. Welcome. Yes, indeed. And I see Thea. Cheryl, you now have company. Yes, Cheryl, yes, indeed. Yes, and I see. Yes, and I see Shirley's drinking water. Absolutely. Theta is drinking water too. Yes, indeed. I have to. I have been to the bathroom, so I am ready. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Theta got her water. She went to the bathroom. She got her writing tools. She's ready to take notes. She is in place. She line up. She is in the waiting list section. You know something? You got to go in the waiting area, honey. Yes, the waiting area. Good, good, good. So yes. So listen to me, first timers. If you notice what is happening here, we greet each other. Why? Because we are family. So if you are here for the first time, second time, and you don't want to be known in the audience because you're in the back looking through the window, we still welcome you. We still welcome you. So if you want to be in the back, if you want to be underneath a tree, if you want to sit on top of a tree, if you want to sit somewhere and you don't want us to know that you're here, that is fine. Because you know some people are shy, they don't want to show up, they don't want everybody to know that they're here. But you know what? We all going to be here together. And listen, when we tell our story of showing up, it is somebody else's solution. So it's okay if you don't want us to know that you're here, but it's okay. All right. With that said, we are going to roll. But let me tell you, I want to say this, that this is not a monologue, okay? This is not a monologue. This is a dialogue between both of us. The show is called The Question Live Show. So if I do ask a question, I would expect an answer. Yes, indeed. And just to let you know, Theta, look, I'm ready tonight, honey. I am ready tonight. So if you are ready and I am ready, let's roll. It's 99 degrees, I think. Well, whatever the case is, y'all know I got situation. Yeah. But it's my business. Don't y'all worry about that. Don't y'all worry about it. Keep focused. But look, Theta, I came in today. I got my fan. My AC's on. I got my fan and all sort of stuff. So I think I should be fine today. What y'all think? If y'all don't know what we're talking about, simply mean you missed that episode. If you don't know what we are talking about, it's either you're new or you missed that episode. But Theta was there and she know exactly why I got my fan today and why am I talking about I got my AC going on, okay? So with that said, let us if you are ready, let us go right into it because we are going to talk about the waiting list, honey. Some waiting list. Woo! What do we do when we are waiting? Yes, right, isn't it? Oh my, look. Yeah, I got this fan. This fan traveled a far way, honey. This fan traveled a far way. Thank you. This someone gave me this fan, and it traveled a far way. So I'm taking very good care of it. Yes, yes, darling. Look at that. See that? Hey, set up. Yes, beautiful, beautiful. I'm gonna do something with it. Beautiful, beautiful. You see, got a little bling bling right there too. Beautiful. So yes. So there's something called waiting. Waiting. There's something called the waiting list. Sometimes you go somewhere and there's a waiting list. You know, sometimes, you got your children and you want to apply for some special school and they tell that you're on a waiting list. Sometimes, unfortunately, some people go to the hospital and they got to get some organ donor and they got to go on the waiting list. Sometimes when you go to the restaurant and you order your food, you got to go on the waiting list. Wait. Nobody wants to wait. Because the wait is saying that you're using up all that energy. Oh, what am I supposed to? What you see? What you do while you wait is the whole thing. What do you do while you wait? What is it that you do while you wait? As mothers, they tell us, oh, your due date is, and we're waiting. We waiting, and then you're into your last trimester, and you waiting. We just wait. Just wait. But I ask you this question, audience, because of course the show is called the Question Live Show. I ask you, what is it that you do when you are waiting? What is it? Because I'm going, I've dropped some nuggets here. I told you that we drop juicy contents and golden nuggets here. So, I'm going to be dropping some stuff here. But let me ask you first before I go any further. What is it that you do when you wait? Because there got to be a process of waiting. There's something got to be happening while we are waiting. Yes, there got to be something happening while we are waiting. So I ask you, I see Theda and I see Cheryl here. I ask you, both of you, the question, what is it that you do while you're waiting? It could be waiting for anything, anyone. Because sometimes we wait, sometimes we like, oh, we're waiting for the perfect husband. We're waiting for the perfect wife. We're waiting for a child. We're waiting for a lot of things. You order something online, you're waiting for it to be delivered. You know what I'm saying? Somebody promised you something, you're waiting for it. Like my birthday's coming up, I'm waiting to see what's my gift going to be. There's always some form of waiting. Life comes and there's always that waiting. Waiting is a part of the process. Waiting to give birth. We're waiting for the mango to ripe. We're waiting for the banana to ripe. We're waiting for something. So life is about waiting. So I ask you the question, what is it that you do when you wait? Yeah. Because we're gonna jump in some things. I give a few things, maybe 5 things or so. We drop in here. So yeah. But let me get your answer first. What is it that you do while you wait? Because it's a process. When I'm waiting, for example, a package, I keep on checking when it will come. See? You're going, looking at the mailbox. You're looking to the window if the mailman is coming. You're looking to see if the delivery truck is beep, beep, beep. Because what happened when we wait? We don't want to miss. We don't want to miss, in Cheryl's case, we don't want to miss our package. Next thing you see a sign on the door, oh, sorry, we missed you. So we don't want to wait. There's something about us waiting. What happened? We are losing patience when we sit there waiting. We're like, oh my God, oh. And sometimes they said we're coming between hours of 10 to 3. 10 to 3, that's a stretch out period. So somewhere you're going to keep on looking. You keep on looking. Where is this package? They say 10 to 3. So that time period, you just anxiously waiting, and we build up this anxiety, and we're losing patience because we want the thing to come now. We want something to come to us now. But how many of you know that the process to get to our destiny and our purpose, we got to wait. We got to wait to formulate some things to get over there. We got to build up some muscle to get over there. So we don't got to get anxious like, oh my God, what's that? You check your watch, you check your watch, oh, 1 minute passed. You looking at your watch again, you look out through the door, you wonder if you miss it, all this stuff, and you're getting anxious. So we get very anxious when we have to wait. When we're about to give birth, we get anxious like, oh my God, when is this baby coming? When is this baby going to be born? Oh my goodness. Then we sit there again, and then the child born, and like, oh my God, when this child go to sleep? When this child is going to sleep? And the doctor tell you, wait 2 hours before you feed them, and wait 3 hours before you feed. So waiting is a part of the process. Whether we are doing self-development, whether we are building a house, whether we're trying to build a family, whether we're trying to build a friendship, whatever it is, waiting is a part of the process. So we got to develop. I am going to give some strategic way of what we can do while we are waiting. We don't stress, because waiting causes us to stress. It literally causes us to stress. And then we start getting anxious. And then if we miss something somewhere along the line, then we say, oh my goodness, oh, did I miss that? How did I miss? And then we start complaining, and we talk about this. Stop complaining, because life comes and goes. So we want to go in some strategic way of how we want to get to this waiting list, because it's a waiting list. How can we get on the waiting list? And if we're on the waiting list, what is it that we got to do when we're on the waiting list? Whether we are on the waiting list for life, for a relationship, for a business partner, for whatever it is, because everything is a waiting process. While we wait, these are a couple things that I am just going to throw out there. If they work for you, then kudos. If they don't work for you, then you build your own strategic way of what you will do. You build up your own solution of what you will do while you wait. But my whole intention here is to just drop something to you. It's just a suggestion. It is my suggestion, because for me, I tell you what, I give you my things from my experience, and you can take them or you don't take them, but experiences are my teacher. So I use my experience and I come here and I share, because why? We are students and teachers together. When you teach me something, I learn. And when I learn something, I teach you, because we should always have the intention that anything that we learn, we must have the intention to teach it to somebody else. So every day I learn something, and every day when I shop, I want to teach it to you. Yes. So there you go, right there, right there. Sometimes waiting is uncomfortable, because nobody wants to do it. Nobody wants to do it. So of course it becomes uncomfortable. You start sitting, you start this, yeah. So you get uncomfortable. There's a word that says you get antsy. Huh? When are you going to change? When are this? When this? When? Because that when come within that wait period. When is this going to happen? When am I going to lose weight? When am I going to gain weight? When am I going to get married? When? So it's uncomfortable, because of what happened. Why is it uncomfortable? Because your mind now is overtaking the wait process, and your mind is going at a speed. And what happened? You get stressed out. You get stressed out. So again, when I come here with the intention just to drop in some solutions, a strategic way where we can make conscious decision in any situation that is presented to us. Because at the end of the day, our experiences should be our teachers. Classrooms are there, but your experiences are your best teachers. I am just saying. So depending upon where I am if I'm waiting, I would read a book or make some phone calls. There you go. Absolutely. Utilize your time. Utilize that waiting period. Now, for instance, here goes Tita. Tita said it depends on where she is. Absolutely. Now, maybe she's sitting, in the library waiting for Cheryl to come. So what is it? She grabbed a book and she started reading a book. So maybe she's sitting outside and she's waiting for Cheryl again. So what happens? She make a phone call and she called Verona, like, hey, Verona, yeah, girl, how you doing? Right. She may use the time. Never stand still in your waiting moment. Never, ever stand still at all, because you want to use up your time. Utilize your time. Your time is given to you to use it, right? It's for you to use. Never, ever use a time for just a standstill moment. There's no standstill moment in your time. No matter what you're waiting for, you're sitting there on the computer, you're waiting for the computer to come on, and the computer is boosting, and you're building, but yet you're getting anxious, and you're tapping. No. Grab a book. Grab something to drink. Of course, grab something to drink, because I told you right here, when you drink something, you're drinking on my behalf. grab something to drink, all that good stuff. Absolutely. So what you do when you wait, you're going to utilize your time. Never stand still. There's at your waiting moment, never stand still. Let me tell you, when we are still, that's when we're in the grave. That is the moment we're in the grave, when we are still, where we don't have no more breath, when we have nothing else to do. But once we are alive and kicking, we always have something to do. And believe me, even the person in the hospital right now, they got something to do. We're responsible for the time that we get. So now, let us jump right into it. When we are waiting, number one, okay, you know I'm going to throw in some stuff. When we are waiting, we want to sit there, we want to have a little chit chat. Let's for example, we're waiting at the bus stop, or we're driving our car, we got to the stoplight. Give a smile. Give a smile. Somebody's at the bus stop, somebody's at the stoplight, somebody's car next to you. You waiting to cross, whatever you're doing. Yeah, give a smile. Give a smile. Strike up a conversation. Let me tell you, that smile worth $1 million. I am not here selling anything, but I'm telling you, that smile worth $1 million or more. You just give a smile. Somebody's standing next to the bus stop, you smile. Give a greeting. Good morning. You see, very easy. It relaxes your face. Good morning, good night, good evening, whatever time of the day it is. Give a greeting to someone. No, you're in your car, you're zooming down the way. Small talk, absolutely. You're going down the way and you got to the stoplight in your car. And a car is next to you. Look over and smile. Hi. You never know what that little small talk can do. Yes, Cheryl said it, a little small talk. A smile does go a very long way. I'm telling you. I'm telling you. You're in your car driving and you get right at the stop sign and somebody, you just smile. You just tilt your head over. Hi. You never know. That goes a long way, because that same smile, that same greeting will take that person somewhere. You never know what someone is going through. And I learned this, that you never know what someone is going through. And sometimes all they need is a smile. Because that little smile is literally telling them, it's a conversation. It's literally telling them, I see you. I see you. Because sometimes people are outside and they believe that nobody sees them. Nobody. Unfortunate ones outside, the homeless people are outside. They're sitting there and they believe that they're invisible to people. But if you walk past one, you're standing somewhere and you just smile. Make sure that your smile is genuine and you just give a smile and you say, good morning. Or you say, hi. Because sometimes when you say good morning, they say, what's so good in the morning? Because, sometimes people mentally, they're not equipped to handle anything that's good. So when you say good morning, they look like, well, what's so good about the morning? Inside of yourself, you say, I'm breathing. And you are too. But when you say, hi, you never know where that one hi could go. I'll come among homeless people all the time. And I don't really like to call them homeless, because wherever they lodge, that's their home. So we oftentimes homeless, and we look at homelessness in such a negative light that when we look at it in such a negative light, we just put them in a category, a box category, to say they're homeless. But you see, when you consider them homeless, wherever they lodge, that is their home. They might have less than what you have, in some sense. Materialistic, they might have less. But they have a home. Whether they're underneath the bridge, or they're underneath the tree, whether they're on the sidewalk, whether they're underneath your house, whether they're in the train, wherever they are, for them, that is their home. So I don't like to put them in the box to say that they're homeless. They're just less fortunate, right? So when you pass them, hi. You make a difference in somebody's life by saying hi and giving a bright smile. Early in the morning, in the evening, you say hi. I don't know if you've been here, you hear I talk about the lady that I call my sister, that she's one of those less fortunate, and then now she's so much better because now she got her home place and she's doing great. She's going to be on the show very soon, right? And I told you about her. Now, when she was in that predicament to have out there being one of the less fortunate, she was less fortunate. I remember when I met her, I was in the supermarket, in the line, waiting. And then here she comes and she saw me and I look and I gave her a smile. Hi. And she just started singing. She went on a singing and she was a singing. And she started singing, I say a little prayer for you. And from that day on, we are this close. This close. So you see, I am not telling that story to say that's what you should do. I'm just saying that one little smile does make a difference. So the waiting list will go on. The first thing that you should do on the waiting list, give small talk. And the second thing is give a smile. Give a smile. It worth a lot of time and it worth a lot. You might not put a dollar sign on it, but it worth a lot. Absolutely. Now, when you do next on the list, try to build a relationship with people. On the waiting list, we want to build relationship. We want to build genuine relationship with people. Again, I will use the less fortunate because I do have relationship with them. And if I leave right now and I go outside, I am going to see them out there. And they know me and we have a good relationship. And I go say, hi, my brother. Hi, my brother. And we go and we hug up each other. And like, oh, my sister, what you doing? How you doing? Yes. Build a genuine relationship. While you are waiting, wherever you are, unlike like me that was in the supermarket, I know I have a great relationship with my sister, right? You can have a relationship at the bus stop. You can have a relationship crossing the street. You can have a relationship waiting for the school bus to pick up your child. You can have a relationship with the next parent standing next to you. You never know what that person standing next to you for. That person could be your business partner. That person could be your business partner. But if you don't have those small talk, if you don't exchange that smile, if you don't try to build that relationship, you wouldn't know. Everyone has a purpose. When they come into your life, there's a purpose. When they leave your life, there's still a purpose. So once they enter your life, there is a purpose. On that waiting list, check mark. Sometimes you do a check mark. Sometimes you go to the grocery and you see that checklist. Yeah. It's the same thing as a waiting list. We want to wait to fulfill our purpose. But for us to fulfill our purpose, we got to come full so we can fill up somebody else. We want to fill up somebody else. So how can we have a fulfilled purpose? How can we have a fulfilled purpose? We cannot have a fulfilled purpose if what we are doing, we're not filling up somebody else as we go along the way. We are not working from the waiting list because on the waiting list, we are getting anxious. We are losing patience. On that waiting list, no. We want to make sure that we are hinting, they say hinting the universe, hinting God, whoever you want to call it, whatever you want to call it, just know that you're putting out some form of thing, some form of energy, some form of vibration in the atmosphere. Now, while we are waiting, we want to go into these things, right? So these are the waiting lists. But I want to say to you that while we are waiting, we talk about this. Have some patience. I cannot stretch this no more. And I'm going to keep on saying it. No matter what session we are going to talk about, we are going to talk about patience. So here are the things that you are going to do while you are exercising these little knickknacks that I just gave you, these little golden nuggets that I gave you. These are some of the things that we want to add on there. The song says, if I can help somebody as I travel along, then my living. Absolutely, that is perfect song. That is a perfect song. Perfect. Because while you're waiting, help somebody. That's why they're in your way. That's why they're in your space. You're helping them. People don't come into your space because they want to come in your space. They come in your space because it was fully aligned for them to come in your space by God. They came in your space for a reason. Everything you look, I am not trying to sound and repeat myself like people that says everything got a reason, but it is so. It is so. It is so. So whatever you do, help somebody along the way. Absolutely help somebody along the way. Help somebody, please. So what will happen when we are waiting? On the waiting list, here we go. Start writing if you can, please, and thanks. We want to have patience. Huh? We want to exercise patience. I will say this at almost every session. I will say this because patience is the key. No matter what we are waiting for, no matter who we are waiting for, patience is the key. So waiting list, let's start check them off. Waiting list, patience. Then we want to be kind. We want to be kind to ourselves. We want to be kind to the next person. Those who come in our space, we want to be kind to them. It's a waiting list. Be kind. When you're waiting for your baby to be born, be kind to yourself. Like, okay, I'm going to drink some water. I'm going to drink some juice. I am going to breathe. I'm going to remember my breathing exercise that they told me. You know, I'm going to count backwards from 10. I am going to get my fan. I'm going to fan. I am going to make sure that I have all my stuff all prepared. You know, while you're waiting for this baby to come, you're going to make sure that the baby, you have baby stuff. You know, baby coming, you want to make sure that the baby bag is packed. You want to make sure that you have a space. You know, you want to make sure that when you go to the hospital, you have all these things ready. So yes, be kind to yourself. And don't forget to smile. Next one is we want to have empathy, not sympathy, because we oftentimes take the word sympathy with empathy. Sympathy is where you're feeling sorry for me. Empathy is where you're falling into the category, you're falling into my shoe, and you're sitting there. Because empathy and compassion, they work. They're like little siblings, you know, they kind of work together. So yes, we don't want to be still. We want to have empathy. Empathize with the next person. Empathize with the less fortunate. Empathize with the one over there that stand at the bus stop that said, I've been standing at the bus stop for the past 2 hours. Empathize with the person standing at the bus stop in the 90 degrees while you are driving your AC car. Empathize with the person who don't have nothing to drink, but you have something to drink. Empathize. That is just the right thing to do. Because you see the words empathize, compassion, be kind, they're all in the same family. They're all sitting in the same family. They got the same name going on, different names. You know what? It's the same category. So we want to empathize with people. All right, good. Now, sometimes when we wait, one of the things that we do while we wait, we go in silence. And every now and then, a part of being kind to ourselves is we go into solitude. We go silent. And it's not silent that you don't talk. It's just silent that you're quieting your inside. You're quieting the mind, because the mind, and the mind is very busy. Sometimes you think it's a whole Olympics going on in there, or it's a whole battlefield going on in there, right? So the mind is very busy. But sometimes when we are waiting, when we are on that waiting list, the things that we do while we are waiting is to be silent. Yeah, is to be silent. Let's find those moments to be silent. When we become silent, we're literally listening to our inner voice. We are listening to our inner self, right? We are listening to that. And when we are listening to ourselves, we get some answer. We get some solid answer. And we want to have solid answer to make solid decision so we can get to our destination stable. So let us not just wait. Let us not wait and gossip. Let us not wait and try to bring somebody else down. Let us not wait and do these things. Let us try and wait and build somebody else up. So even though we want to go in silence, while we're in silence, we want to, many of you might not meditate, but for those of you who go in meditation, meditation is very good for you. I say this, and this is my disclaimer, because I'm going to say it again. I am not a medical doctor. But what I share is degrees don't frighten me. That's number one. It don't frighten me. Because at the end of the day, what I share here, I am not in the medical field as a medical doctor, but what I share my wisdom that is poured onto me from the Almighty God, the all-knowing God, the all-wise God. So when I share things, I share with full understanding and full knowledge and full wisdom. So those who have doctorate degrees and all that stuff, and you're in the medical field and your PhD and all that stuff, kudos for you. Me, no. I'm just a student of the universe. I go and I learn. And then all that I learn, I teach. So if you are here as a student, know that what I am a student as well, that what I learn, I am teaching you. So we are going to learn together, because the more we learn together is the more we will grow together. So we don't want to be on the waiting list, bringing down nobody off the waiting list. We don't want to go on the waiting list to say you don't belong on the waiting list. We don't want to go there with that attitude. We want to be on the waiting list, cheering people on, being kind to each other, because everybody can go on a waiting list. Because guess what? At the end of the day, the whole day belongs to all of us. We got 24 hours. What is it that we do with our 24 hours? That's what matters. Some go on one waiting list, 2, 3, whatever amount of waiting list that you are on. Make sure you are not erasing anybody off it. In school, growing up in school, the chalkboard sitting right there, and they always assign one student or some student volunteer. I want to be the one to erase the board. I want to be the one to erase the board. And sometimes you go and the list of things that you did for the day, the lesson that you learned for the day, one student get to be the eraser person and erase all of that. But while we are on the waiting list, let us not erase anything from anyone, because we don't have the permission to do that. While we are on the waiting list, let us not try to tell somebody else that they cannot be on that waiting list. We all are on a waiting list to get to our destiny. We all on a waiting list to succeed together. We all on a waiting list because why? Our destiny is waiting for us. So let us remember, Waiting list does not belong to one person. Everyone waiting list might be personalized in some sense, but just remember, it is for every one of us. So let us stick with the waiting list. Look at it. If you get to the waiting list and you see a few things that you accomplished, cross it off and go to the next one. Just like a grocery list. You got the item, you cross it off. You got the item, you cross it off. And the next thing that you miss on the grocery list, you walk around and look for it. So whatever is it that you are looking for that is not on that waiting list, whatever is it that you accomplish, cross it off, but go around through life, bear the pain, because we don't want to bear the pain, but we're going to have to bear the pain, because on the waiting list, pain is a part of the process. We don't want to bear the pain, but I am encouraging you to stand your ground, look at the waiting list, bear your pain, and when you bear your pain, you are going to birth your destiny. Waiting list is not a bad thing. No, it's not. Waiting list is not a bad thing. So because waiting list is not a bad thing, I ask you the question. Of course, the show is called a Question Live Show. I ask you this final question, audience. What is it that you are waiting for? Now, you can put in the comment section, what is it that you are waiting for? Or you can keep it to yourself and write it down in your notebook or on your piece of paper, or of course, text it to yourself. It is up to you how you want to answer this question. What is it that you are waiting for? Does the waiting list got marked off? Does the waiting list got checked off? Is your name on the waiting list? It is up to you how you want to answer that. Whatever you want to answer, by all means. But sometimes I encourage you to write it down in the comment section, because why? We teach each other and we learn from each other. Because when we learn from each other, we will grow. And the more we grow, is the stronger we will be. And when we become strong, the problem is someone don't want to see you grow. But let me tell you, when we grow stronger. Because when we grow stronger, we build a community. We lift up humanity and we reach our destiny. No one reach their destiny by themselves. No one succeed by themselves. Therefore, we need each other. No matter what political or prime minister or position or title someone is in right now, the best of the best, prime minister, president, political leader, teachers, wherever, they did not get there by themselves. They got there with somebody else either pushing them, they found their help, and whatever they did not get there by themselves. So audience, I encourage you to know that when we succeed, we cannot succeed by ourselves. So let us look at the waiting list and see if we were on that waiting list or if we need to get on the waiting list. But remember, no one has the right to erase you off the waiting list with your destiny on there. It is yours. Your destiny is personalized. Your purpose is personalized. So I give you the permission at this point to find where your waiting list is. Find how you're contributing to the waiting list of life. See how much you are sharing on the waiting list of life. On there, we have kindness. On there, we have a little smile, a little small talk, empathy, patience. We have that. So if you look on that waiting list and you want to add something else to that waiting list, you have the permission to do that. So as we close this session, and I ask you the question, what is it that you're waiting for? I see Cheryl is saying, I'm waiting for my change to come. Cheryl, see, I want to address that. When you you put that in the comment section, and I thank you so much for putting that in the comment section. And I want you to be more transparent with yourself. You don't have to be transparent with us, and to be more, don't be comfortable in making a plain statement. Be more specific. I learned this as I grew in life, and I learned this as I mature, and I learned it as I got closer to God. That when I'm going to God, I have to be very specific. When I'm going to God, I can't just go to God and say, God, I need help. God, I need change. I have to be specific in why I am telling him that I need something. So I encourage you to be specific in the very area that you need change. If you need change in your finance, if you need change mentally, socially, physically, emotionally, put it. You don't got to write it here, but put it on your paper. So when you put it on your paper, I encourage you to write these things down. That when you write the specific of something down, you will see that you get a clearer answer. Because as I said, when I go to God and I say, God, I need you to help me. He said, help you in what, daughter? Help you in what? So I have to be very specific when I go to him. Now look at it this way as well. If I am saying I want to send a letter to you, Cheryl, I want to send a letter to you. And you said, oh, I live in New York. Now that's all you gave me. You weren't specific with your address. If you're not specific with your address, what is it? What's going to happen? The letter that I'm planning to send to you will never reach you. If someone is trying to send you a package, it will never reach you because you said you're living in New York. No, should we go around the whole New York searching for Cheryl? No. But if Cheryl had said, I live in this section of New York, this is my address, then yes. So you have to be specific in every single area so you could get specific answer. As we wait for change to come, let us know that change is already here. Because now that we want to live in the present, as we live in the present, we live right now. And we are the change. We are the change. So let us be specific on the change. I like to hear the song, a change gonna come, a change gonna come. Sam Cooke sang this song many years ago. I'm like, Sam Cooke, change is here. I see it because guess what? Each and every one of us have the opportunity to make a change. So change is already here. So yes, absolutely. I just put it like that, but I'm more specific with, yes, absolutely. So that is exactly what I'm saying, Sharon. That's exactly what I'm saying. You be specific when you come to God. Be very specific with God. God, this is my area. This is my area. Open the door here. I need change here. And audience, just like what Cheryl did, I encourage you to do the same thing. Be specific with whatever is it that you want. Your waiting list is there. And when your waiting list is there, don't forget to be specific about your waiting list. If you checked off anything from the waiting list, don't forget that. Celebrate yourself. Whether it is a small win or a big win, you know what we do here. We celebrate each other. So yes, I raise my glass to you. Cheryl, I raise my glass to you as you go on and you get your change. And I pray that God grant you that which you asked him for, because that is what he does. He answers you. Don't forget that God answers in the small whisper as well as the loud thunder. So be attentive as you look at that waiting list, because if you don't look at that waiting list, if you don't look at your grocery list, that simply means you are not being attentive. So I say to you, be attentive to when God answers your specific question. Thank you so much, Cheryl. Thank you so much, Theda, for showing up here tonight. Tonight is your night. It is your night. Absolutely, it is your night. So I bless you and I send you off into your greatness, because greatness is inside of us. Greatness is on the waiting list, and because it is on the waiting list, it belongs to us. I say to you, don't let no one erase you off your waiting list of life, of your blessing, of what God has in store for you. Thank you so much for tuning in to this live session with your host, Verona Willis-Brown of the Question Live Show.